feel like in today's times we probably shouldn't do my usual one. So, yeah. So, I guess you know the drill. We're going to start off with our stories. Today we only had 2 short ones, and so I'm going to tell one. Jordan's going to tell another. You're going to hear both of our angelic voices.
And Peyton's.
Oh, yeah. Also, we have this wonderful gem with us today.
Thanks.
My girlfriend, Peyton. Pastors be like.
Yeah, and then after we tell the story, we'll draw from the bowls, from the things you've suggested.
Right.
And then do an improv.
You want to start with yours, actually? Because that one's a pretty good one.
Okay, so, yeah, we were just talking about it right before we started the video. It was a time when Gavin was working at Carl's Jr. And
simpler times.
Simpler times. And I decided that I was gonna go bug him somehow. Was Luke with me? I feel like Luke was with me.
You say he was with you. I don't remember him being with you, but let's just for the sake of story, let's say Luke was with you.
Well, he didn't do much. He was just kind of there, like, worried. That's what I that's what I remember. So, yeah, I decided let's go to Carl's Jr. because I know Gavin's working tonight, and you know, I just want to mess with him because you can do that at fast food restaurants. And so like we get to the drive-through, and I decide, okay, I'm gonna go. There's no one here. There's no one at this Carl's Jr. So I'm going to pull up and go into the drive-through in reverse. Like not the wrong way in the drive-through, but the right way, but with the rear of my car first. And so I order my stuff from the speaker. You guys didn't have cameras on the speaker, did you?
Not on the speaker. It's only on the actual like tunnel that goes up to the window.
The window, yeah.
But one thing that like I never told him was because like I didn't connect him until recently. But like when he was backing up, so the sensor like there's a sensor on the speaker or on the drive-through speaker, so that when a car pulls up, we hear static in our little headphones.
Yeah, because it turns on.
So that's how we know that somebody's there.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't usually prepare for a straight exhaust to be coming right up to the microphone. And so it goes on, it's just... We're just like, what the?
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I order my stuff, and then we drive up to the window, and the cashier kind of like looks, kind of like just... Because he's seeing the passenger, and it's Luke. Like, and we're just kind of looking this way, like, what's up? And he's like, hey, Gavin? Because Gavin was actually the shift supervisor. Is that what you were called?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was the shift supervisor. And when the employee saw me in the car in reverse, I was like, hey, what's up? And the other guy's just like, Gavin? And he like turns around and gets you. And then I remember just you coming out like, hey dude. Like just like, oh gosh. Like
mildly ashamed.
and Luke's just like, cause like when we originally like backed up into, I know Luke was there cause I just remember him going, oh God, Jordan, please don't. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm like sitting here going, Luke, you're the one usually that does the weird, like, you know, breaking the rules type of stuff. Back then, he was more like, just like let's do something just for the rise, right? Like, just for the reaction type of thing. And I was like, you made me this way, Luke. And so he was just like, oh my gosh, like, why am I here? And then you saw me, The interesting twist to this story is that this Carl's Jr. is on the corner of a block, a four-way or three-way at the time, three-way stop light. And guess who is coming out around that corner and turning right into the street that connects to the drive-through for Carl's Jr.? a police officer. So, like, I see the police officer coming down that road. Like, I'm parallel with him, right? So, like, he's driving, and I'm like, oh, crap. Like, and I get out of there. Handed them the money already. So I'm, like, trying to get out of the parking lot. And I'm backing up still. And I drive up the curb and, like, onto the rock that's on the drive-through. And then I, like, pull forward again. Because you're trying to make that, like, little 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, doing that in reverse. And the cop is coming up in the drive-through, like, right up, like, he sees me. We're facing each other in the drive-through. And I'm just, like, beep. like, awkwardly going over this rock, like, going out. And the cop is just like...
Yeah, because we could just see in the cameras just a cop car just like...
And, like, just stops.
He just stops there for, like, a good 25 seconds watching Jordan struggle.
It's just like...
And then once Jordan finally backs out, starts driving forward, the cop just proceeds to drive back into the drive-thru.
Yeah, because, like, I felt really bad. So after I got myself out of the drive-thru, I went and parked in the parking lot. And Gavin came out, and he is like, because I had gotten my order already, and Gavin comes out thinking that I'm waiting for something else, and he's like, "Did you get everything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was just wondering if the cop, like, was gonna say something, you know, if I have to wait here." Because he didn't, like, turn on his lights or anything. I could have just left.
Right.
And so I, like, parked. And Gavin's like, no, he was just ordering food. Like, he was literally just there to get lunch. He was not, he was as confused as we were. Because maybe the cop thought, like, I had went in the wrong direction accidentally.
Oh,
like,
right.
that it wasn't an intentional thing, which it definitely was.
That or he did think that was intentional. He's just like, I don't want to I don't want to deal with drugs right now.
It's like, I just want food. So, yeah, and then after that, I drove off, and I tell that story everywhere. That's it. That's for me.
Yeah. Well, just one more little funny thing for you guys. Mine's a bit shorter because I don't remember any of the details. This is like when I was like 15, 16. It was a while ago, but it's a pretty good one. My parents get a good kick out of it, and they love to remind me about it. Okay. Well, I've always had like this lactose, and not always. I recently developed this lactose intolerance to where if I have a lot of dairy, it
very airy.
Yeah, I get very airy when I got a lot of dairy. You know what I'm saying? And so, well, this one time, I think this is probably when we first found out about it. I had some dinner, you know, and I don't remember what it was. Otherwise, I'd be able to list that as a variable. But we ate it, and I noticed a couple hours later, I'm just like, oh, my stomach. Oh, I don't feel good. And so I'm just thinking it's like mild discomfort. Sometimes you eat something and it just doesn't feel right, you know? And so I'm like, I'll give it a bit of time. Well, it's been a few hours later now, and it's like getting unbearable. Like, I feel like I'm about to give birth. I don't know what that feels like, but that's what I think. and so I'm like, Mom, can we go to the hospital? Like, I feel awful. And my mom's like, did you try taking any medicine? Like, hopefully that helps. I'm like, yeah, I tried. Like, it's not working. Like, you got to take me to the hospital. So my parents take me to the ER. We go over there pretty quick. Well, as quick as you can go without going over a ton of bumps, because I would scream. You know how it goes.
It was that bad.
Yeah, it hurt, dude. It was so bad. Felt like appendicitis. Your appendix is dead. That's what it felt like. And so she's got it, but I don't know. But yeah, so.
I have appendicitis?
No, you understood what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
All right, so we finally get there. I'm sitting there for like an hour in just intense pain. Finally, the doctor's like, hey, Gavin, come on. Like, let's go figure this out. So I go in there. He runs a bunch of tests, you know, and then I'm sitting there and he's like, okay, I'm going to go look at the test results and I'll be right back. And so I'm sitting there. And then finally I just kind of like relax a little bit against the wall and just, I kid you not, that like gastrus release went on for like a good 15 seconds. It was so bad. And then I just look at my mom, I'm like, I feel better.
Were there any poor people sitting near you?
Well, I was in the waiting office. I was in the actual like room at that point.
At first
good.
I thought like what you meant was like unfortunate people sitting next, but I was just thinking like poor people. Like, where are we right now?
Is there any low-income people sitting next to you at the time?
No. Unfortunate circumstances for them.
Unfortunate souls that had to witness that. Yeah,
Exactly.
and everyone's just like, bruh.
I know. So my mom is obviously trying to keep it cool because like I was in a lot of pain, but I literally just healed myself by farting. Sorry, Grammy. I farted.
You couldn't think of another word.
I couldn't think of another word. Tooted. That's the word.
Just one long toot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that was a good one. It's a tribute to my mom and dad for reminding me of that one all the time.
Good enough story to put on the internet.
Well, cool. I guess with that we should move on to the buckets. It looks like here we have the P.
The P.
Here we got the C.
Oh, person would be
Yeah.
P.
So this would be
one of
person.
those.
C would be character, and S would be
Oh
situation.
no, I dropped one.
So
Wait.
like if this is any of you guys' first times, like
so small.
we pick one of each. They were all recommended by people like following Jordan on Instagram.
And Facebook.
Oh, and Facebook, yeah. And so we pick one each.
Did you get a character?
I haven't. And
Oh,
then
that's
we
fine.
have to imitate that character and, take on their persona or whatever. And we match it to a situation where we only pick one of those, obviously.
Yeah. So
And then,
is that the situation?
yeah, this is a situation bowl. And then,
Okay, I got one of those. What's that one again?
I'm sorry, this isn't C, this is L.
Oh, location. Got
L for location.
it. Yeah.
And so let's go ahead and I will read the location. So it looks like right now we were at a library.
All right.
And then the situation is...
I have a situation. Oh, did you grab one?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is character. Go ahead. Take the situation.
Okay, situation is documentary on Bigfoot. Appropriate
In a
place.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, and then my character is a short, middle-aged, overweight spy.
All right. So you're like Danny DeVito in a spy movie.
This is not an attack on you, Danny DeVito, if you're watching this, because we know you are.
So, there's gonna be a lot of like in this video.
Honestly, ain't that our
Scallywag.
lives, though?
All right. So my character is Aslan.
Great.
I am a psychiatrist,
Just a psychiatrist.
but I don't remember exactly what a psychiatrist does.
Aren't they the people that like sit on the couch, like you lay on the couch, and then they're like, "And how does that make you feel?"
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay.
It makes sense because I was psychic, so.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And what was your
for it.
character?
A middle-aged, overweight spy.
Oh, that's right.
Short, middle-aged, overweight
I
spy.
just keep thinking psychologist, not psychiatrist. Like, what's
Yeah.
the difference?
Psychologist. That's just like general, like
I-
psychology.
yeah.
Wait, I feel like that would be.
Psychology is just like in general.
We got to look that up. we have to be accurate. Okay.
Psychiatrist.
Son of a
Kevin.
loving mother and father.
Nice save.
I think you're right because they're devoted to a diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of mental disorders.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Psychiatrist.
Talking to
Make you feel.
people.
Psychiatrist.
Okay.
Just try to like step behind here because the sound is kind of a cone type thing.
Mhm.
I mean, it'll still pick up what you're doing over here, but. All right. So. So what was the reviews?
Bigfoot.
Library documentary on Bigfoot, and then I'm Aslan, you're psychiatrist, and you are a.
Fat, short, middle-aged spy.
Yeah, my neighbor believes in Bigfoot. He hunts for him often.
Nice. So you've heard a lot of stories.
No.
He thought Paige was Bigfoot when she went out to feed the chickens.
Oh man.
I don't know how much extracurricular dialogue I'm gonna keep in here, but this is juicy. All right.
All right, cool. So did you guys find anything? I haven't seen anything.
You know, I went on a hunt last week. I found this huge print in my creek. I found it in the creek. I don't know, but it was there.
Were you able to catch any of it on film?
No, it was very dark.
Okay.
I saw a little bit through my night vision goggles. Found it to just be a deer, though.
Stop patting your belt. I can't keep a straight face when you're petting it.
Isn't that what fat people do?
Do you know a lot of fat people, Gavin? Do they do this? Oh my gosh. We're gonna get censored, dude. All right.
How else do I show that I'm fat?
Don't pet it.
Just
Just hold it there. Don't touch it.
okay.
Like, hold it there?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the reason we came to the library was to find information that researchers have put into the study of Bigfoot. And if you come across trails or you come across anything you see in the woods, it would be a perfect opportunity to catch it on film yourselves, and we can use our own footage for the documentary.
That would be good.
ideal.
I saw this good hide hole space where I thought I could watch for something, but I just, well, let's just say I'm a bit too plus sized, and
It's okay.
we need to find, alternate routes.
What do we know already about Bigfoot? Obviously, a documentary must show enough information to give a reasonable display that Bigfoot is, in fact, real. Of course, I know that he is real because I was there when he was created. But
Yeah.
but they've gone into hiding, and they're wonderful creatures, really, when you get to know them. So I would really like to show people the value of Bigfoot.
Yes, I quite agree.
I would say that his last sighting was in Oregon, I believe. And so
Yes.
I've been sending out my people to that location, hoping that we
My
could find
creek.
some tracks.
Yes.
Ah, yes. She lives close by, the last sighting.
How many of your people have reported back to you?
So far, I have had 4 respond, and we have we have people out investigating their reportings, but we have come up with nothing so far. He's a hard man to catch, this Bigfoot.
Well, we'll try other states the further along we go. For now, we will continue gathering resources.
Very wise. Very wise.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so a short, middle-aged, overweight spy was recommended by Renata. And, we gotta
I'll keep them.
torch it, so we'll do that one later. A library was recommended by Hannah Latre. Aslan was recommended by the one and only Christopher Capp.
Embellished on that one.
The documentary on Bigfoot was recommended by Samuel of the Peck Heritage.
It's always
Sam Peck has had a thing in every
In
one of
each
these
one,
so far.
yeah.
That is not intentional.
You know, it'll keep him watching.
And then a psychiatrist was recommended by Nathan
Heinel.
Heinel, okay.
Yeah. Random dude in Longview, Washington. Don't worry about him.
Dang random dudes
Yeah.
with their recommendations.
Nathan Heinel.
Well,
All right.
cool. I guess we'll cut to our traditional ending.
Burn.
I can stop all this
Let
other
it all
stuff.
burn. Murder.
The char from the other times we've done this.
I know.